I think the score is about 10-10 at 18-28 in the first half of game one, wasn't it?
Yeah. As we said, could you imagine putting up 94 points and walking off the floor a loser? But that's what happened to William and Mary. There's Grant Riller, the sensational redshirt freshman.
He's just a terrific player. He makes so many different kinds of plays for Charleston.
On the all-CAA rookie team is Grant Riller.
I thought he was their best player last night.
Moorman, the ball back, fading away, way short because of it.
Well, again, good defense there by Charleston, but Moorman kind of forced the shot pretty early in the shot clock.
Adalamoto working on Brantley, two big bodies banging with each other.
That is a tough matchup. Good defense there by Adalamoto. Pushed him away from the basket just enough without fouling.
Ball is lost, turned over. Here comes Riller. Ahead to Brantley. Riller the putback.
Mark that down, Al, because that was a fast break basket caused by a turnover. Careless play with the ball by Brian Starr, who was excellent last night.
You know, it is a little deceptive, John. We've billed this as a defensive matchup, but that belies the fact that there's so many terrific athletes out there like Mike Morcell, who can't get his first shot to drop.
Well, you got to be a good athlete to play defense.
Yeah, true, but I mean athletes who can actually do things more than just bang and crash. Like that guy, Brantley, who is good from three-point range, mid-range, but really is most effective inside the paint.
I was going to say that he can step outside and shoot, but you can bet that Earl Grant wants him in the low post. He was dominant in the low post last night at key moments.
Brian Starr posting up against Chile. He finds Moorman. Thomas gets him a second chance, and it's knocked out of bounds by Brantley.
Excellent defense there by Brantley. And I believe, to add to Marty's comment, that at halftime of the first game, UNCW had 47 at halftime. One team.
So we'll see what Earl Grant has planned out of this timeout.
He's planning a basket. That's my prediction.
Well, he put it in the hand of the right guy.
That's coaching.
The one-man band for the College of Charleston when it comes to field goals has been Grant Riller. Now 3 for 3 from the field.
As I said, Joe Chile was their points leader yesterday, but I thought Grant Riller played the best all-around game for Charleston.
Adalamoto with the matchup he likes over Evan Bailey.
He's got size on Evan Bailey, not just height, but weight and strength. He recognized it right away. Scoring explosion there, 5 points in 2 possessions.
Bailey pulls the trigger. There's a 3 from Evan Bailey.
That's what he's in the game to do, is to make an open 3. He's still trying to guard Adalamoto. I think that's a tough guard for him.
I wonder how long that matchup will continue, and let's see if the Tigers can take advantage of it.
He's getting some help from Harris over there. Harris cheating off of Thomas.
In and out, nice play. Eddie Keith got it in. Adalamoto got it right back to him.
Eddie Keith always gives Towson a spark off the bench. Does so many different things. He can shoot, he can post up, he can guard, he can handle the ball if need be.
9 points and 8 rebounds yesterday in the quarterfinal win against Northeastern for Eddie Keith.
It's a John Davis-like game.
Whatever you need. Bailey looking for more. He'll drive this time. And an offensive foul on Evan Bailey.
Got a little carried away there. That is, as I said, not really his game. His game is to catch and shoot. Hurt the rest of his game, and he's been on him about that. And I think last night, Morcell did not shoot the ball well, but I thought he played hard.
Right. And John, he comes in as a junior with 1,669 points. So this is a productive player.
Oh, he can score. And when he goes off, he goes off. That's a bad pass there.
Chile, can he make him pay? Yes.
And that's an important bucket, not only because Towson had a chance to take what might have been an insurmountable 5-point lead, but because it maybe gets Chile going.
Chile had missed his first 4 shots before banging that one around the rim.
Here is Morcell.
That was halfway down. That was a good look. Starr keeps it alive underneath and in for Brian Starr.
Tough shot there by Starr going to the basket. He's really improved as the season's gone on. When you come in from a junior college, it takes a while to adapt to the speed of Division I basketball, and he has now done that. Earlier in the year, he wasn't quite there.
His first field goal after 12 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists yesterday against Northeastern. And Tim Nestor has spied a foul.
I came back a year later. The dollar was worth about 60 cents of what it had been worth.
What's so
Did my expense. He says, "What are you doing? You're cheating me." I said, "No, George, the dollar's much weaker." He said, "I don't care." He didn't understand the conversion thing. 1 out of 2 at the foul line.
So O'Donohue, after converting, will get back to the Charleston bench as we've got 5 minutes to go in this first half. Towson clinging now to a 1-point lead over the Cougars of Charleston.
George was one of those guys who thought that Washington, D.C. was the center of the world. He would say, "Why don't you drive from Seattle to San Diego?"
Keith, a tough shot, and Eddie Keith has been the offensive weapon for the Towson Tigers.
Sure has. 3 for 3 now, and 3 completely different shots. A pull-up jumper, a drive, and then a little floater in the lane. And that's what I was talking about, his versatility. Guarding Riller right now.
Exploding in is Joe Cheely. How about that degree of difficulty?
Well, what did we say about the fact that that shot on the break might get Joe Cheely going, and that's what Charleston needs. He's not their leading scorer for nothing. Good defense there.
As Zane Martin had it stripped. Here comes Riller.
God, he's quick. You would never know that he had surgery on his knee, would you?
Both he and Cheely missing all of last year with ACL knee surgeries, and the explosiveness is back. 9 now for Grant Riller. This Charleston favorite crowd applauding the lead for their Cougars.
Red seats and a lot of red in those seats.
And a foul is going to be called here. You saw a little bit of everything from Jarrell Brantley yesterday. 16 points and 10 rebounds in that victory over James Madison University. John, he's been in double figures now 29 times in 32 College of Charleston games.
That's good, right?
I've heard, even though my math from American University is not exactly up to speed, I've heard that's pretty good.
My arithmetic wasn't very good at PS 87, but I know that's pretty good. Tough shot there. Wow.
I agree. William Arno Adalamoto. That is, again, what he can do so well.
And we talked about Morcell, and Adalamoto's been a little bit inconsistent this year, too. Pat Scarry has talked about trying to get him to be more consistent night in and night out. He's had as many as 33 points in a game.
How about that from Starr, stripping Cheely, and he finds McNeil, who missed another layup, but there was Adalamoto to clean it up.
And that's the kind of play that Pat Scarry wants out of Adalamoto. You say, oh, well, it's just a tip-in. The point is he ran the floor off the turnover, so he was there when McNeil missed for an easy tip-in. You got to hustle to get that basket.
Back-to-back buckets for the senior. He's got 8. And commits a foul after a perfect setup. Brantley to Harris, and we'll get another free throw to come.
Well, they got lost on defense there.
That would almost be, you're trying to really embarrass somebody by calling it, unless it's so egregious. I
don't think they should even have the rule.
It's crazy, yeah. Because I don't think I've ever seen anybody like Mike Hargrove, the human rain delay, step out, adjust his batting gloves, take 25 seconds between pitches.
That's another story for another day.
Want me to bring up Grayson Allen again to make you happy?
Go right ahead. Eddie Keith hasn't missed. He ran a perfect play for him, so all credit to Pat Scarry out of the use it or lose it timeout.
Eddie Keith 4 for 4 from the field, and that bucket ends things in the favor of the Towson Tigers. They've got a lead of 5, 12-2. second chance points favoring the Tigers. They've out-rebounded the College of Charleston 29-23. And remember, they come in 8th in the entire country in terms of rebound margin at 8 per game.
And their margin on the offensive glass is exactly 8, 13-5. They needed that, Chile.
So that's a great job by Earl Grant. Right out of the timeout, put it in the hands of the man you need to get going, and Joe Chile delivers.
Again, how often do you see that happen with good coaches? Charleston a little more aggressive with their defense. They're always aggressive, but they're out a little bit more here. Good double on Adalamoto, and he still scores.
Nothing Brantley could do about that as William Arno Adalamoto continues to rack things up for the Tigers. He's matching Shealy now with 13 points.
He recognized the double coming with Riller and turned away from it and got the shot off before the double team could get there.
There's Brantley. Finally, Jarrell Brantley gets a field goal. He had been 1 of 6 to that point, but the muscle and the quickness combined to get Jarrell Brantley going.
And this gets the crowd going a little bit. Two straight possessions where Charleston has scored. Pat Scarry's right. Towson is on the road. Norman dribbled into a triple team and got fouled.
The complete game for Joe Chile, one of the reasons why he is a first-team All-CAA performer. He carried the team yesterday with those 21 points that we talked about.
Carrying them today,
yeah.
Second half.
29th all-time in the history of the College of Charleston in terms of scoring. 16 of the Cougar 18 points that they've had their last 18 of.
16 of 20 in the half.
Catch and shoot from Mike Morcell.
Oh boy, was that
There's
big.
the rhythm we needed to see.
That was huge for Towson. As you said, he caught it in rhythm and drilled it. Not only are the 3 points crucial, but maybe it gets Morcell going.
You love how Pat Scarry has stuck with his junior this entire second half, despite those difficulties from the field.
I think the thing Pat Scarry likes is that he hasn't forced anything. And Chile has just been unreal.
Get on my back, he's telling his Cougar fans.
He will not let his team lose. Now he's got 19 of 23 for this team in the half. That's remarkable.
Let's see Morcell again. The hesitation, the help from Thomas. Adalamoto back in the game, lost it, but Thomas saved it.
Actually, Adalamoto went and saved it. Great play by Adalamoto going into his team's bench, saving it to Thomas. Boy, was that hustle.
Zane Martin closed out by Nick Harris. He'll shoot anyway.
I'm not sure that Pat Scarry wanted him to take that shot. He was well defended. There was still plenty of time on the shot clock.
And that was a big rebound by the freshman Jalen McManus.
Oh my goodness. He just can't miss. And that's the first lead of the second half for Charleston.
It has been a one-man band. Joe Chile, after a difficult first half, has absolutely come alive. He's got the 22 of the last 24 College of Charleston buckets, and they are back in the lead with 5:55 to go. 5 minutes and 55 seconds left to go. Joe Chile's career and season high, 31 points earlier against Hofstra on the 17th of January. And at the rate he's going, he will obliterate that and could get the second-seeded Cougars into tomorrow's championship game. But the Towson Tigers, how will they respond, and who will come out as a hero? Brian Starr looking for it, and it's got it. That, to the delight of John Davis, Brian Starr putting Towson back in the lead.
He was 1 of 7 in the game until that shot. Team needed it there. When you lose the lead, when you've had it for a long time, the next possession is critical.
And Jarrell Brantley says, put me in the game, coach, and I can get you back the lead. With exactly 5 minutes to play.
clutch by Dalamoto gets the game tied again. Both teams at 50. Charleston was the first one there. So we'll see if it's first team to 50 or first team to 60.
Dalamoto with 15 of those Towson 50. And spinning right inside with a strong finish. That is Cameron Johnson, who we talked about had been quiet all afternoon. He finally gets his first points of the game.
He's their defensive specialist, but on that play, he made a really nice cut and caught a pretty pass. Dalamoto determined to get his shot up, and he did, but he missed. And now here's a chance for a 2.2 possession lead. Oh my goodness, they lost him. And Dalamoto came over and fouled him hard. And good move by Wally Ritecki to move in there very quickly, because Jarrell Brantley wanted to start something with Dalamoto, and you don't want that in this game. And this will become a really critical possession for Towson, because they've been ahead the whole half until the last couple minutes, and now feels like they're losing the grip just a little bit. I don't know what happened there on defense. Pat Scarry was trying to change defenses. He was screaming at his players to change defenses, and I think a couple guys got one message and the other guys didn't get it, and as a result, Chile had that clear path to the basket.
And as you just saw, the big men for Towson in foul difficulties.
Dalamoto staying in the game with 4 minutes left, because he has to, basically.
Rilla, who hasn't scored in this half. There's 10 to shoot for the Cougars.
Really just kind of lurking out there.
Brantley muscles his way home and gets another.
And one. And gave him some words of encouragement when they were finishing up their warm-ups. He walked out to the free throw line, and he missed that one, so the lead's still one, heading toward the 2-minute mark here. Charleston still has all 3 of its timeouts left. And they also have the arrow in case that comes into play.
Riller, nothing this half until now.
Talk about a clutch shot. As you said, he hadn't scored in the half in 18 minutes, and he buries a 3.
And Nick Harris fouls Dalamoto, who tries to answer right back at the other end.
Good play by Towson going right to Dalamoto, but what a big-time shot that was by Riller. You can see, catches, shoots with confidence, swish. And I think Towson was a little surprised that Chile gave the ball up. That's why he's so wide open. Understandable, and that's front rim again.
And that didn't look like the stroke we saw earlier from Dalamoto. This is where semifinal pressure is starting to feel.
He's missed his last 2. He's now 6 of 11, I believe. Needs to make this to make it back a 1-possession game. As you mentioned before, Towson, and that's short too. Wow. Empty trip. Critical, 2 critical misses for Towson. And now they desperately need a stop. Charleston fans all on their feet, thinking this could be a killer possession for them offensively if they can score.
They're looking to post up Nick Harris on Dalamoto with his 4 fouls. Cam Johnson.
Non-shooter makes the biggest shot of the game. How about that? That's why they're such a good team. Guys come up big under pressure like that. 2 straight 3s.
Brian Starr weaving his way through traffic, turns it over. Johnson again ahead of the pack. And that could be the put away.
And that's what Johnson does normally is play defense. But he just came up with 5 straight critical points. He doesn't need it. He's going to be just fine over the next 20, 30 years making money as a basketball coach. There's no doubt about that.
Well, you need a little money to be down here living in Charleston. But Earl Grant...
True. I think, though, whoever threw it was saying that his team are money players in the clutch.
They are.
Marcel has to shoot it. Yeah. got bumped on the rebound. That's 5 on Adalamoto. He's finished.
So that's the way William Adalamoto's CAA career will end. We expect Pat Scarry to have postseason play. Eddie Keith will be talked to by Pat Scarry, but Adalamoto, oh, it's going to be on Mormon.
Oh, they called it on Mormon. I thought it was on Adalamoto. Wow. I mean, I saw clearly a bump, but Mormon must have gotten him first.
But either way, it's going to be Jarrell Brantley at the line to add to this lead for Earl Grant.
Miracles happen in college basketball, but that's what it's going to take for Towson now.
As we told you, not a good three-point shooting team. The Tigers towards the bottom of the league when it comes to three-pointers made.
There's John Press, who built this program at Charleston. They just showed him that he was on TV briefly. What a great man John Press is. And the court named for him at Charleston's home. Eddie Keith is one of the guys who can shoot threes.
So is Mormon. Keith the putback.
Towson will use. I think that's his last timeout.
College of Charleston really has come alive offensively, thanks to Joe Cheeley, 68% in this half.
Cheeley was just really good, and I'm surprised Towson not fouling, pressing but not fouling. Now they foul, but they let 8 seconds run off the clock. If you're going to foul, you do it right away. As soon as the ball, if you don't steal it on the inbounds, you got to foul right away.
Particularly for Brian Starr, who was not in foul trouble. That's just his third.
And they waited till the ball got in Cheeley's hands too. So not the best defensive possession. I don't think it's going to make any difference, to be honest with you, but it's something the coach would bring up.
And that may have cost Cheeley a chance for a 30-point semifinal performance.
I think he'll be okay with 29.
You think?
I think
he won't be that disappointed?
I don't think he's going to be at all disappointed when this game ends.
There you see those free throw numbers. Why you don't want him at the line if you're the opposition.
This will probably be Towson's last possession of the game.
Deep three for Keith. Brantley chases it down.
That should be it.
And they back it off. So, 25-8 are the College of Charleston. Earl Grant, the coach of the year in the CAA, will have a chance to knock off the defending champions tomorrow night. John, it was a struggle early, but some great offense that we saw, particularly from the College of Charleston, to wrap this game up.
Shot the ball really well in the second half when they were in jeopardy. Towson played well. They actually had a 7-point lead at one point in the second half, and then Joe Cheeley just would not let his team lose. And once he got them in front, the rest of the guys came through with big plays. Cam Johnson, Grant Riller with threes, Johnson with the key steal, and they're on to the final.
So Mike Morcell and the Towson Tigers fall 67-59 in the finale of our semifinal action today here on CSN.